Hey folks, David Tao with barbend.com, and today we are talking about Jeffrey Adler, the only non-American man in this year's CrossFit Games Finals. He finished in 5th place coming out of stage 1. He is in his 2nd year of competition as an individual CrossFit Games athlete. He's super strong, super fit. We're gonna break down his stage 1 performance, the very close finish that got him into that top 5, as well as what his strong suits and potential weaknesses might be. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to barbend.com on YouTube. YouTube, have you heard of it? It's actually owned by Google. It was kind of this phenom when it came out years and years ago. People could upload videos and share them with the world. It's this whole thing. But subscribe to Barbend to stay up to date on all things weightlifting, powerlifting, CrossFit, strongman, and more. It's a lot. Let's talk about Jeffrey Adler. This is not his first year at the CrossFit Games. He made his individual rookie debut in 2019, and he finished in 33rd overall, which is completely respectable. There were a lot of competitors in that field, a lot of strong competitors, but the difference between 33rd overall and in the top 5, especially since this year's men's field was just 30 athletes, is massive. It's clear that Jeffrey Adler has shown an immense amount of improvement over the past year. He's built his engine, he's built his strength, and this has really been his breakout. Again, not a rookie, but someone who wasn't on everyone's radar. And I should mention, again, he's the only non-American male in the top 5. The other 4 competitors, Matt Fraser, Noah Olson, Justin Medeiros, Samuel Quant, they're all American. So Jeffrey Adler has the pride of Canada riding on his shoulders. Jeffrey Adler's stage 1 started really well. A 6th place finish in Friendly Fran and a 7th place finish in the front squat. 2 top 10 finishes, puts him in a really good position. But what got really interesting was those middle workouts, which we'll get to in a second, because ultimately he qualified by just 2 points over Chandler Smith. The top 5 was very close to being Americans all the way down, but Jeffrey Adler squeaked in there. So let's talk about what happened in events 3 and beyond that created that very, very close finish. In the next 2 workouts in stage 1, Jeffrey Adler's performances drop a little bit. 15th in Dam Diane and 11th in the 1,000 meter row. Nothing catastrophic, but not those top 10 finishes you want to see over and over again to stay at the top of the leaderboard. In Nasty Nancy, Jeffrey Adler finished 6th. He's starting to claw back, recording another top 10 performance. So you might be asking yourself, what kind of challenged him? What really pushed him? These are very consistent performances. 3 out of 5 finishing in the top 10. The handstand hold, not Jeffrey Adler's strong suit. He finished in 27th place in that workout, by far his worst finish on the weekend, and that put him in a really tough position. He needed to perform extraordinarily well on the 7th and final event of stage 1 and have other athletes perform, let's just say, not their best or not any better than him in order to really stay in that top 5. Jeffrey Adler closes out the week with Awful Annie with a 9th place finish, which is good enough to stay in that top 5. Again, just 2 points over Chandler Smith. 420 points for Adler, 418 points for Smith. The margin was extraordinarily thin. If Smith had held on in a handstand hold for just a couple more seconds, maybe even 1 more second, it would have increased his placement in that workout, and he would be going to Aromas instead of Jeffrey Adler. It just goes to show that this is truly a sport where every second counts. The athletes are fighting for every pound, every advantage, and every second on these workouts. Jeffrey Adler might have been a little bit under the radar for some people, but he certainly isn't now. He's one of the fittest men on earth, and he will throw down with the 4 other fittest men on earth at the ranch in Aromas, California. Really, really excited to see what he's able to do. Clearly an athlete who's still improving very, very rapidly. For barbend.com, I'm David Tao. Thanks for tuning in.